Now, the wildfires of Sancheong-gun County, Gyeongsangnam-do Province, and Uiseong-gun County, Gyeongsangbuk-do Province were part of what became South Korea's worst wildfires on record, and some 30 national heritage sites were destroyed. As climate change is expected to worsen wildfires, it has been pointed out that new measures are needed to protect national heritage. Eun-jin tells us more.
The devastating wildfires swept away nearly 30 national heritage sites, including Gounsa, a centuries-old Buddhist temple in Gyeongsangbuk-do Province. Gaunru, a pavilion-shaped structure within the Gounsa Temple, and Yeonsujeon Hall were both burnt, both designated as national treasures from the United Silla Dynasty.
Strong winds impacted the wildfires the most. The wildfires spread quickly, riding on the strong and dry winds that reached a maximum speed of 27 meters per second.
Most of the temples designated as national treasures are buried away in the mountains, which makes access to them difficult for firefighting vehicles. This is why major national heritage sites are equipped with basic fire extinguishing equipment, including fire hydrants. The problem is when wildfires become large-scale. When fires break out, burn simultaneously, and spread at high speed, evacuating national cultural assets should be prioritized, as protective equipment can only do so much.
They have fiberglass fireproof cloth that's commercially available on the market. It serves its function for a relatively long period below 1,000 degrees Celsius, but a situation where the flames exceed 1,000 degrees for several tens of minutes is beyond the scope of protection that this cloth can function.
Particularly for large wooden buildings, flame-proof cloth needs to be installed using high-rise vehicles. But in emergency situations, it is not easy to operate such equipment and procure the personnel to do it. So for important locations, separate measures are needed for flame-proof cloth installation, as well as education and training for those in charge of national heritage safety management. Moreover, the most recent wildfires have highlighted that there needs to be an overall revision to national response measures of large-scale fires, during which specific measures need to be prepared for the protection of national treasures. Eun-jin, Arirang-News.
The recent damage to the dozens of cultural heritage sites reminded me of a huge incident back in 2008 when Sungnaemun Gate in Seoul was burned down.
Right, I still remember it was terrible, and especially because that was done by arson.
Right, it was very shocking. But that case actually led to the establishment of the Cultural Heritage Disaster Prevention Day, which falls on February 10th, because that was the day when Sungnaemun Gate was on fire.
Oh, so what exactly goes on that Cultural Heritage Disaster Prevention Day?
Well, of course, it helps. It serves as a means to raise awareness, but also on that day, people who work at historic sites, they conduct fire drills to reduce the risks of fire damage.
Let's hope that stronger efforts and more efforts are continued to protect these national assets.
Of course.